Mr. A's thoughts right here on the WRT Boxing Show, the Ready Talk Boxing Show. With your host, Mr. A. That is me, myself, Mr. A. You hear the sirens, the doors are open, the boxing rehab. That's what this is. We are boxing junkies. You hear that siren, you found your home, the WRT Boxing Show. I'm your host, Mr. A. You already know what this is because you're a subscriber to your community, to the junkie here. But if you're a new viewer who stumbled across this, a Claressa Shields fans or a female boxing fan, you know, the show does breakdown predictions, post-fight reactions, full card reviews, and obviously Mr. A's thought is my perception on a topic, or sometimes I just grab a topic out of thin air and we have a Mr. A's thoughts. Now, excuse the roofing in the background there. You know, the facilities need fixing. Now, this episode, Mr. A's thoughts. As you can see, the screen's all bugged out because you're in the head of Mr. A for you new viewers. We're going to talk about the GWOAT. You know, the GWOAT. If you've been following the show, you know I ride the bus till the wheels fall off on Claressa Shields and Deontay Wilder. I think they're great American stories. But the GWOAT needs to do some GWOAT type shit and make some boss moves with the WBO. Make a GWOAT move. And we're going to talk about that right here, right now. Now, we know Claressa Shields, undisputed champion, so many belts, did this, did that, trying to go for her third division title, the quickest in boxing history, female or male. Now, the fight got postponed against Ivana Habazan for the vacant WBO super welterweight title. Now, the thing is, that belt, it's vacant. Last I knew, Hannah Gabriel, remember, they talked about it, there's articles even out there for it, that Hannah Gabriel, she moved up to take that fight with Claressa Shields only if she won her partition with the WBO, because she was a 2-belt champion at 154. She went up to 160 for the fight, but she goes, I don't want to go up to 160 and then lose my belts. Guillermo Rigondeaux. So the WBO said, no, you can keep your belts. WBA had no problem with it. The WBO said you can keep your belt. So she loses, comes down. She's still a WBA champion, but that belt that Claressa Shields was going to fight Ivana for was the other belt Hannah Gabriel had that the WBO said they wouldn't strip her of. Now, I don't know if she just gave it up. Did they end up backstabbing her? I couldn't find no articles on it. So if you know more about that story, about how the WBO super welterweight title that Claressa Shields and Havana that once belonged to Hannah Gabriel's is vacant, leave that in the comment section so all us boxing junkies could get filled on that. Now, back to that WBO belt. Claressa Shields, as a fan, I want to see her be the champion. You know, she had 2 super middleweight belts and undisputed at middleweight. But during that whole 6-belt reign, she only beat 2 champions. You know, all those other belts were vacant belts. She beat Christina Hammer for the WBO, and she beat Nikki Adler for the IBF super middleweight. So every other belt she had is in a vacant fight. You know, I get it. It's not too many females out there, so the belts just kind of lay around. You could say it, but her going down a 3rd weight class, I think that's actually where the best action, where she can make a historic resume at. It has the talent is there. The ladies don't just throw wild punches. A lot of these ladies are nimble on the feet, waist movement, slipping and sliding, throwing counters. Whereas 160 and 168, it wasn't too much talent, and it was a older crop that Claressa Shields could use her agility against. In the super welterweight, that third division she's trying to go down, it's the field's gonna be a little more athletic for her. Not saying she can't blow them out the water, but it'd be a better visual appeal for us fans. Now as for the WBO, the belt she was fighting for, I don't want to see her just get a vacant title against number 12. Like I said, again, this is going against um, BoxRec ranking. This is an undisputed champion, a unified champion at super middleweight, an undisputed champion at middleweight, and she's going to fight number 12, the IBO middleweight champion, Ivana Habazan. So I was like, I want to see her get a belt and by beating another champion. And I said, and the champions at 154 are legit. She could do a GWOAT move and say, hey, I beat Hannah Gabriel. She came up to fucking try and be, she put on weight, and everyone saw Hannah Gabriel kind of faded in that fight, was the way the issue. Claressa Shields could go back down, fight Hannah Gabriel for her 154 WBA title, but pull a GWOAT move and say, hey, WBO, put that vacant title on the line as I fight this champion. Make it 2 belts. Just like Joshua and Klitschko did. Put that vacant title on the line. So she could do that with the WBA champion, Hannah Gabriel's. They have history. You got the WBC Iwa Polowetsky. That's, I think, in Poland. I think honestly, she's like a Christina Hammer. I think Shields will blow her out. Now it's either she could fight her for the WBC and say, hey, either way, she needs to do this GWOAT move and say, WBO, let me fight a champion, and then you put your belt on the line as well. So let us represent. I'm an undisputed champion, a unified champion, 168. Give me some fucking GWOAT power, and let me spread my shit around. And I want to fight for that vacant title as I fight another champion. WBC Iwa, interest storyline in the WBA champion at her true weight. Hannah Gabriel is the girl who dropped her. That'd be ballsy, If females could be ballsy, that'd be a bold move right there. Gutsy, saying, hey, I fight you at your weight. Now, the fight I think she should fight, I'm not sure, but I would like to see her fight, is the IBF champion, the Canadian Maria-Eve Declare. Now, she's fighting, I think, this Friday. So she should win that fight and retain her title. She's probably... She's crafty. She's probably not as hard hitting as Hannah Gabriel, but they're slick, And it's just, since she already has a history with Hannah Gabriel, would you want to do that? Fight the lesser power of the slicker fighters. Fight Marie Declare, like I said, who is skillful, and give her a run for the money with skills, but doesn't have the power that Gabriel's does. So it's still a good, challenging fight. But it's for an IBF and WBO. Pull that GWOAT power move by Shields. Put your vacant title on the line. So that way she beats a champion and not just gets a regular vacant belt. I don't want to see her just collect vacant belts. Belts are cool. I'm glad she's getting them. But as a fan, I want to see her beat champions. I know Amanda Serrano got a lot of vacant belts, and beats fucking champions, defend these belts. I just want to see. I think that'd be a good ass fucking matchup. I think it's better for her legacy. Maybe at the end of the day, like, who cares who you beat for those belts? Because really, like I said, her belts are vacant. I would like to see her beat a champion. And I would like to see the Maria-Eve Declare fight. I think that'd be a good ass skill. with Shields seeming to get better with Jackson. The movement, I think Declare really tests the movement. Shields have to get better at tracking down. You know, Hannah Gabriel's tried it, but she was a little winded taking the weight. Good matchup. Let me know what you think. Shields one. Should Shields fight the rematch? Not the rematch. Should Shields fight Ivana Hasbazan, number 12 for the vacant title? Answer one. Answer two. Question two. Should she fight Hannah Gabriels and pull the GWOAT move, put the WBO on the line? Or question three. Should she fight Maria Eve Declare and put the WBO on the line? Or you could just say, fuck it, D, fight Iwa and just fight a champion and put the belt on the line. Or fight just strictly for the vacant title. Thank you for your time and support. Mr. A's thoughts on what he thinks Claressa Shields should do.